Summer's here, and I paired up with my good friend Johnny Payne for the Freedom Tour. Johnny, tell them about our first stop.
Oh, we're going to have plenty of fun. May 29th, Knoxville, Caribbean Jerk Fest. Johnny Payne and the True Believers will be there. We'd love to see y'all in the house. May 29th, Knoxville, Jerk Fest. God bless.
It's Albert Prince Bell, 21-0 checking in, and you rocking with Keeping It Real Sports. And we gonna be on these. We gonna be here a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Sports. All right, Saturday morning. I'm your boy. I'm the real sports guy, Steve Taylor. The Sandman is under the weather. Man, you better get well, man. You making me do all this by myself. And don't be, man, treating my sister bad. I know how you get. Get your butt back here. I need you. Because the Sandman is out. I had to go to my list of guests. We had to get two people to replace the Sandman. To talk hockey, I had to go to get a former hockey player, a former Boston Bruin. I had to get the coach of the St. Francis Knights. He'll talk hockey, he'll break that down, and he really thinks he want to go head to head with this. He wants some of this. We'll see about that. And then when we talk basketball, we had to go get Mike Bauman all the way in Nashville, Tennessee to talk NBA hoops. I got a huge show. We're going to talk boxing. Oh, I even got Are You Serious? We got quick hitters. We got to hurry up. We got a huge show, man. And we got to start with what the heck we saw last night. And Game 7. And that's all I'm going to say. Game 7, the Boston Celtics, they showed up. They showed out. This guy here.
Question is,
I told you
who should be?
He was the MVP. I'm talking about Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum comes in, drops 46 points against Giannis. Giannis had 44, but it wasn't enough as the Boston Celtics forced a Game 7. Man, we're going to debate that. We're going to talk about that later on. Boston's chances in Game 5, they had Game 5 well in hand. Did they blow it? Was it a choke job? We'll debate all of that here in a little bit. And then last night, the big thing that happened was Game 6 Klay. Klay Thompson comes in. He drops 30 points, 8 rebounds, leading the Warriors past the Grizzlies. We're going to debate the way and the path that was cleared for the Grizzlies. We'll debate that here in a little bit. Man, we got so much show to get into. I got the boxing beat that I'm going to bring you. We got quick hitters. Let's get right into it. Quick hitters. We start quick hitters on a melancholy note. The world lost a great center and a great person, Bob Lanier of the Detroit Pistons. The NFL finally releases its schedule with dozens of games to break down, starting with a Week 1 matchup featuring the Buffalo Bills as they visit the Los Angeles Rams. How about a Week 4 matchup as Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes lock horns? If that doesn't do it for you, how about a Week 5 matchup featuring Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson? Week 8 brings that man with 2 A's in his name, the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen and the Bills. Football is back. It's football time. Let's look at what Pro Football Focus projects as the top defenses this coming season. Number 10, the Philadelphia Eagles. They have regrouped and rebounded. Number 9, the LA Chargers. Number 8, the Baltimore Ravens with a strong draft. Number 7, the San Francisco 49ers. Their team speed is undeniable. Number 6, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady and them. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. And 11 from heaven, Michael Parsons. Number 4, the New Orleans Saints. Number 3, the Green Bay Packers, who've done it again via the draft. The projected number 2 team is the defending world champion Los Angeles Rams with the addition of Bobby Wagner. And number 1, the Buffalo Bills, as they've landed Von Miller. They're our top 10 teams.
Hurry up.
All right, we got Andy out, but I got Mike Bauman in. Mike Bauman, thanks for stepping in. Welcome into the Hurry Up, man. Talking NBA hoops, man. First off, let me ask you how you doing and how's everything going?
I'm great, Steve. Good to be on the show.
Man, hey, man, thanks for coming in, especially on short-term notice, man. So let's get right into it. The MVP was awarded, man, and this guy here, Nikola Jokic, he won it. Let me ask you, do you have any problems with it? I guess my question is, who should have won the MVP?
I don't have any problems with it because I think he's a great all-around player, but I definitely think you could make the argument with the individual season that Joel Embiid had that he could have won the MVP this year. So I think for people who are Sixers fans, they're probably like, why didn't our guy win it? You know, because there's definitely a strong case for him winning the MVP, especially when you look at everything they went through in the offseason with Ben Simmons and that dragging into the year. He really carried that team, you know, so I definitely could see how people could say Joel Embiid should have gotten the MVP this year. But it is hard to argue with Jokic's numbers, man. I mean, the guy's a monster. And conversely, you could say, you know, if they had a healthy roster, they might still be in the playoffs right now. So, you know, but what's the old saying? If it's and buts, you know what I mean? It's like 6-1 happens to the other. But,
right.
You know, I don't have a problem with him winning it, but I definitely see the argument for Joel Embiid having been able to get the MVP this year because he had a great season.
Hey, how about this one here? Is the sun getting ready to set on Phoenix? I mean, can this Luka magic continue, man? I mean, what do you make of this, man?
You know, I think the most interesting thing about this series, Steve, is that Phoenix had the opportunity to draft Luka number 1 overall, and they went with Ayton. And I love Ayton. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in the offseason because they didn't give him an extension this past offseason. I think that's because they were trying to figure out the money with Chris Paul first. Understandably so, right? Because that dude is really the heartbeat of that team. You know, Devin Booker, obviously, is the face of the franchise, and you know I'm sure they're going to lock him up for a long time. But it's just interesting that they're facing each other in the playoffs because they had the opportunity to draft Luka, and they went with Ayton. They went with the hometown guy, the home state guy from Arizona. So I definitely think the magic can continue. It's a 3-3 series.
Do you remember that draft when I told you that they would rue the day that they didn't take this kid number 1?
You know, there's still that big man mystique in the NBA, Steve. Even with all the guards, you know what I'm saying? Even with all the guard play and everything, if you're a 7-foot big man with the skill set, there's still that big man mystique about building around the inside guys, even though it's very much a 3-point spread out game now, thanks to guys like Steph Curry who have changed the game, really, you know. But yeah, I think, you know, whenever there's a big dude, you know, and this year it's going to be Chet Holmgren, you know, from Gonzaga, you know. So they went with the big man. And like I said, I love DeAndre Ayton's game, but it's just interesting that they ended up facing each other in the playoffs. So yes, I definitely think the Magic can continue. I would not be surprised at all if Dallas won Game 7.
Hey, so let me ask you this. As we move on, look, did the NBA really give the Warriors a fresh, easy path? Did they kind of show favoritism, man, by giving this guy essentially a 2-game suspension? Give me your thoughts on this, man.
I don't think they're showing them favoritism for this reason. I think the windup is what made it look bad. Do I think he was trying to hurt Peyton? Absolutely not. I definitely don't think he was trying to hurt him. He's a tough player. So is Peyton. But I think the windup and the way that it looked bad. And because it was a flagrant 2 and the fact that he was midair and he was defenseless and he was coming from behind and he hit him in the head. As we're looking at right now, he clocked him right in the head. I think that's really what did it. Kind of similar to Draymond getting suspended. What was it, Game 1? It was kind of a similar thing where he hit the guy in the face, and even though he wasn't trying to hurt him, that's kind of the finish of the play right there. I think it was in a similar vein of that, where it's like, I think for Draymond, he got suspended for all the stuff that's happened with him throughout the years. Really, I mean, that's just his game. I don't think he's necessarily a dirty player, but I think when you have a hand in the face contact like that, I think they went in lockstep with kind of what they did in Draymond in Game 1. So do I think he was trying to hurt him? No, I don't think Draymond was trying to hurt anybody from Memphis. I don't think Dillon Brooks was trying to hurt Gary Payton II, or Gary Payton Jr. rather. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't say they're giving him the series, man. It stinks to see Ja get hurt. I think if Memphis loses the series, that's really going to be the stories because Ja got hurt. But boy, they held tough at home, and forced a Game 6. So you gotta give Memphis, the rest of those guys, credit. They've got a great young core, and they held serve at home and took it back to Golden State. So give them credit for that, But no, I don't think the NBA is trying to give them the series.
We're talking NBA hoops with Mike Bauman. Mike, we got about a minute left here. Let me ask you this one before I let you get out of here. The Boston Celtics, give me your reaction on what went down the other night. Was that a choke job, or did the Milwaukee Bucks win this thing?
I never think it's a choke game when the
Look, I mean, I'm so glad that I got you here. And while I got you, I'd be remiss if I didn't get you to give me an update on the NHL playoffs, what you've seen so far, and what you kind of project going forward.
Well, you just saw that the Lightning just tied up the series over Toronto. The thing is, I'm thinking maybe this is the year Toronto, before going in tonight, that Toronto could actually win a first-round series. But here we go again in overtime. Tampa Bay knocks in a goal, so they win it 4-3. So they play Saturday night. St. Louis. I know you're a St. Louis fan. For the life of me, I don't know what they're doing with their goalies in the beginning of the playoffs, but it seemed like maybe they got it straightened away.
The slow starts is what's bothering me, Coach.
But yeah, I don't understand the coaching mentality on that one. But sometimes in the locker room, sportscasters and fans, we don't know really what's going on. So I haven't heard anything. No disgruntled, no arguments, no fights, no bad mouthing. From my sources, it's just, I think maybe it was a gut feeling from the coaching staff. And as you can see, they switched their gut real quick. And After the tongue lashing I gave them. Yeah. Yeah. And, in the Florida series, I mean, what a comeback, down 3-0 comeback, and in hockey, everybody knows a 3-goal difference going into the third period is like a kiss of death, because you get that one goal, and then the second goal, all the momentum. I mean, all the wind goes out of the sails if you're up, 3-2, because everybody's they're going for it because they got nothing else to lose. Then they end up winning 5-3. It's just a crazy, Capitals are playing on their heels. They just took it lightly, thinking, 3-0, we're going to win this game. And, well, it didn't happen. You know, you got to put the nail in the coffin. You got to keep nailing it. You can't give up and quit.
So real quick, the coast teams. Talk about the coast teams. LA and the Rangers.
LA Kings and Oilers. LA's a year or two away. They have such a young team, and they are doing this phenomenal right now. It's just unbelievable, and it's great to see that hockey being played out on the West Coast because you can stay up late and watch them. The Rangers, I mean, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. They get up a goal, and then they're down a goal. They get up another goal, and they just can't seem to break away multiple goals to get that edge. So I don't know. The Rangers, it looks like they're a little, hot and cold at times, even during the game. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. So look, if I got to hold your foot to the fire to give me the favorite, who do you like?
Colorado.
Yeah. They're playing well. There it is, man. The Hockey Report with the coach, the one and only Coach Chris Varga. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Look, man, we're gonna get this thing ironed out, man, and get you into the show, man. That's gotta happen real soon.
Oh yeah, just let me know.
All right, man.
Thanks.
All right, Coach Chris Varga. Thanks a lot. I'd like to say thanks to Chris Varga for stepping in, giving us the Hockey Report. A special thanks, shout out to Mike Bauman for coming in, giving us a little bit of that basketball NBA knowledge. But right now, we're in the ring. We're going to go between the gloves. We had a lot going on last Saturday night. We had MMA going on. We had UFC 274 that happened, and we had Canelo Alvarez. Hey, let's go between the gloves. Let's go to the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona for UFC 274, where Charles Oliveira faces Justin Gaethje. Oliveira stripped of his championship for failure to make weight by half a pound. Only challenger Justin Gaethje can win the championship on this night. As for the action, both Justin Gaethje and Charles Oliveira score big knockdowns in the UFC 274 main event. Charles Oliveira isn't the official champion, but he is the champion this night. Oliveira, under extremely difficult circumstances, submitted Justin Gaethje via rear naked choke just 3:22 into the first round of their lightweight battle. Let's go to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas last Saturday night on Cinco de Mayo weekend as Dimitri Bivol hands Canelo Alvarez only the second loss of his career. The WBA lightweight heavyweight champion from Russia stunned the boxing world by outpointing Alvarez in their 12-round, 175-pound title bout. All three judges scored 115-113 favor of Bivol, whose size, speed, and technique was far too much for the sport's quote-unquote so-called pound-for-pound star. After the bout, a subdued Alvarez declared an interest in activating his rematch clause. However, the Mexican superstar wants to fight at 168 pounds. Bivol at 20-0 added that he would be interested in fighting Canelo again at 168 limit, but he also expressed that he would have to think about the consequences of going down in weight. Bivol seemed to suggest that he would need all four belts as incentive to do that. Dimitri Bivol shocks the boxing world by stunning Canelo Alvarez. So this all for all my naysayers who tried to tell me Canelo Alvarez was pound for pound the greatest fighter on the planet. And I tried to tell you, he wasn't. He may be in the top 10. I give him that. However, I put together the real pound for pound champion list. And let's go through it right now. I'll give it to you. My pound for pound champions boxing list starts with number 6, Tank Davis. 26-0. He's one of the biggest stars in the sport. The Baltimore native has continued his domination at the pro level, becoming a 5-time world champion, winning titles in 3 divisions, and becoming one of the best fighters in the world. It's Tank Davis, number 6. Number 5 on our list is Shakur Stevenson, 18-0. Shakur successfully unified the junior lightweight title by dominating Oscar Valdez. The 16 silver medalist is looking forward to a big-time payday, potentially with Tank Davis. Hand speed can't be denied, and he's an up-and-rising star, Shakur Stevenson. Number 4 on our list is Texas native Earl Spence Jr. Spence fought for the first time since undergoing eye surgery to repair a detached retina. He looked even better than ever with a 10-round TKO victory over Ugas, which unified 3 of the 4 significant world championship titles, clearing the way to see the fight that we all want to see. Spence and Crawford. Earl Spence, number 4. Number 3 on our list is Japanese sensation Naoya Inoue, known as the Monster. He's a 3-division world champion and currently a unified bantamweight world champion, having held the WBA, IBF, and Ring Magazine titles since 2019. He is known for his ability to be able to just demoralize his opponents with punches to the body. They call him the Monster. I call him the Body Snatcher. Number 3 on our list, the Monster, Inoue. Number 2 on our list, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. And I tell you, this guy has the ability to not only box your head off, but he punches like a kick mule with one-punch knockout power. We've seen that displayed time and time again against Deontay Wilder. This time, it was Dylan White. A charming fighter, a talented fighter, cannot be denied. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, heavyweight champion. That brings us to pound for pound champion, Terrence Bud Crawford. The man, the myth, the legend. From Omaha, Nebraska, he possesses an array of skills with the ability to be able to punch, box, turn left-handed, right-handed, adaptability, knockout ability, and the skill set to be considered the baddest man on the planet. Make no mistake about it, Terrence Bud Crawford, pound for pound, the best fighter on the planet. So there it is. That is my pound for pound list, and it gets no better than that, people. Trust me. Take it to the bank. Now we're going to move to our next segment, head to head. I got the coach that's really going to try to get some of this smoke. I got a lot of smoke to bring. We're going to go head to head. It ain't going to be with Andy. It's with the coach. Step aside.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Question is, who should be the NBA MVP? Let's take an inside look. Joel Embiid, career highs, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 37% from the three-point line. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 29 points a game, 11 rebounds, NBA champion, 2-time NBA MVP. Nikola Jokic, 27 points a game, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 2-time NBA MVP. Who should win it? Let's debate it. All right, Coach. It's been a while since I got you in this position. You know, it's been a while, so I hope you ain't rusty. I hope you ready for what I'm about to put down. I hope you are ready.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. So here we go. Hey, man, you heard. We know the Jokic won this thing. Who should have won it, in your opinion?
I think Joel Embiid should have won it. My personal opinion for the 76ers. I mean, last year he was up for it, and they said, well, you could argue this or that on whatever, and it seems like he had, he definitely had a better season and more improved. I think more of a threat, and I don't think it went his way.
Me, I can't give it to a guy whose team finished in 6th place, okay? My MVP needs to still be playing basketball right about now. Be real. Giannis should have won the damn thing. We're talking about the best player on the best damn team who has won. I'm talking about a guy who's won 2 MVPs. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year. He's won a NBA Finals MVP and an All-Star Game MVP. Oh, and by the way, when my MVP went up against your MVP and they played in meaningful games, he dropped 40 on him and he blocked his shot to win the damn game. So I got to go with Giannis. I'm just saying, bro.
But I mean, Giannis is probably number 2 best player in the league, in my opinion.
2? Who's better?
I said 1 or 2. Well, who? If Giannis is your player in the league, who's number 2 in your mind?
Man, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Did the Milwaukee Bucks win it? Or did the Boston Celtics blow it? Let's debate it. And we saw what went down, man. 14-point lead by the Boston Celtics going down the stretch at home. Did they blow it?
In my mind, yeah, they blew it. They're up, 11 points, 14 points, I think, with 10 minutes to go in the game. And as you say, Giannis, the best player in basketball, as you put it, basically defended, what did he have? 40 points, 11 rebounds, 3-4 block shots. I mean, and that's a star number 1 for the night. He got first star, and like I said, I don't argue the fact that Giannis isn't the number 1 or number 2 guy. I mean, right now he's the number 1 guy because he's playing and whatever. But we're talking regular season, in the last segment. But this segment, I'm telling you, the Celtics. I have no idea the turnovers, I mean, everything's on the line, and you just coughed it up. I'm telling you, that's immaturity as a team,
Coach.
Or the youth of a team, or yes.
How many times have I told you the rings and things that they sing about?
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks can bring them out. And when the fit hit the sham, we saw championship medal rise to the top. So I have to disagree with your take. As valiant as your take is, I have to disagree with it and say that the Milwaukee Bucks won it. Because let's go back to the championship play that was made And then Drew Holiday happened. And what we call him? True Holiday happened. Championship plays, the 3-point play at the top of the key to tie the game. And then the championship play to not only block the shot, keep it inbounds, but throw it off of Marcus Smart to retain possession of the basketball. Come on, man. That's championship medal. And then we ain't even mentioning the steal at the end of the game. True Holiday happened.
And that's true.
Milwaukee Bucks won that. Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks suspended essentially 2 games for this hard foul, but none for Draymond Green. What about Jordan Poole? Robbing us of the dream matchup. Are the Warriors being shown favoritism by the NBA? Let's debate it. Warriors being shown favoritism.
You know, I'm gonna have to agree with that a little bit. When you see the replays and you see the acting or the I don't know the.
Let me get your take on the Jordan Brooks foul on Gary Payton Jr.
Well, that's just one of those things. If you fall on it funny and things happen, you know, and you know, I kind of think they embellish a little bit, and I think the refs or the officials are helping out the Warriors just
I think the Grizz are like a year away from getting the respect that they deserve, but that train is coming, and you see it, man. So there it is. I'm sorry. Special thanks to the coach for coming in, giving us head-to-head. Special thanks to Mike Baumann for coming in. Man, we appreciate you guys. Man, you got to get well, man. Andy, I miss you, brother. I know that you and the Mrs. Patty, I hope you're feeling better too. You know, you guys get better. I got a little something. It's called Are You Serious? This here is kind of a cute one. We're going to close the show on this one. But this one here is one of my feel-good Are You Serious? Take a look at this. This Are You Serious is about champion Bud Crawford's daughter's track meet. And what I want you to watch is race starts and she runs out of her shoe. And she goes back and she puts the shoe on. And she proceeds to take off. And they're coming down the backstretch. Whoa, what is this coming from the back? Bud Crawford's daughter. Wow. Are you serious? Run out of your shoe and put it on? And run away with it? Are you serious? I guess the fruit don't fall far from the tree.
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that in the history of Dota.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you serious? Once again, a special thanks to the coach for coming in, giving us the hockey beat and going head-to-head. Special thanks to Mike Baumann. Andy, get better, man. I miss you, brother. And another one in the books. Until next week, we wish you love and peace. Deuces.